Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again. You guys are good. Man, it's always an honor, man. Hey, let me say this before I get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you watch MisterJaay from, man. It's always an honor to stop by. And then we chit chat, we talk, and then we exchange our ideas down in the comment section. Now, in this vlog, I want us to talk about the whole Bobrisky situation and the VDM and Bobrisky situation. That is actually, man, this ish is growing like wildfire, and it's grabbing the Nigerian society by storm. We are going to talk about it, but before we do that, man, hey, YouTube keeps telling me, MisterJaay, they watching, they stopping by, man, they liking, but they are not subscribing. What is the deal? You can let MisterJaay know what do you want me to react on. Leave a comment, man. Your requests, I always jump on it whenever I have the time. Feel me? Hit that subscribe button, smash the like. Let's not talk too much. Let's hop into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, after the announcement of what the audio that VeryDarkMan played in his past vlogs and exposed this whole situation between Bobrisky and somebody that Bobrisky owed, and mind you, this guy did that audio just to get to the authorities who always try to twist and bend things to sway to their favorite people. What do I mean by favorite people? The miscarriage of justice in African society is one of those things that is killing our societies. Corruption, man, miscarriage of justice is man, it is rampant all over Africa. Nigeria is not anything special. You go to Uganda, you have this thing. You go to Kenya, you go to Cameroon, you go to the Republic of Congo, you go to Ghana. Man, it is everywhere. But at a certain point, we need to start questioning and taking up these people to task. People need to be held responsible for their activities. If they put you in charge of a prison system, it is your job that once the judge has handed down prison terms, you ensure that people actually go to jail. You do not play gymnastics just because probably you are somehow connected with a certain figure. In this case, Mr. Idris Okuneye, aka Bobrisky, senior man. This guy was sentenced for a whole lot of crimes, man. Spreading money and money laundering. But it turns out that this guy only got a slap in the wrist. Because according to the audio that VeryDarkMan played, and we all know by now, this guy claimed to have paid 15 million naira to have that case dropped. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this whole thing is blowing up in the face of Idris Okuneye. This guy tried to act tough. But see, when the whole society got wind, man, things are rushing, like things are going in a different direction. This guy did not expect that the EFCC was going to come out to open an investigation. He probably did not expect that the House of Representatives they were going to move motions to investigate this whole Bobrisky and EFCC thing. Of course, as the EFCC, as you all know, man, and as Sheun Kuti stated in one of his vlogs, the EFCC was actually something that was created by the Americans to track down these cyber fraudsters. But you see, what the EFCC is gradually becoming is totally different. And I hear that the American government is kind of like, funding the EFCC to carry out some of these investigations. But you guys know that anything that comes to Africa, man, we always try to mess it up. Our politicians always try to mess it up. Because if this man, after being sentenced to jail, if he went to jail for 6 months, man, it's already been 6 months. He would have come out and, this would have been a thing in the past. But because there was a miscarriage of justice, somebody told him that you will not go into jail, and he called and makes connection, and this guy ended up in the hotel. Think about it. The ordinary person suffers in the street. The ordinary person that they just, sometimes they even jail people for crazy things. And then this figure in society who apparently is servicing some of these politicians. Yes, politicians in Africa, they always form cabals. And some of these cabals, they get involved in some of these brotherhoods, in some of these occultic things. And yes, we all know about the Freemasonry. We all know about, man, the esoteric practices that they do. Of course, they might be using this man, they might be piping this Idris Okuneye who calls himself Bobrisky. Some of them might be getting pleasure from this character. It is normal because when you look at the constitution of Nigeria, this is not allowed. Somebody like Mr. Idris is not allowed to function, but see, in Nigeria, they are glamorizing this guy. It's like when the young kid looks at somebody like Idris Okuneye Bobrisky, they will want to be like him. The other day he came on social media flaunting and showing a cake made out of a car that people donated up to 100 million, but yet celebrities cannot donate money to one of the celebrities who is dying of maybe health issues. So many celebrities have died because they could not afford medical bills, but then people donate money to help this guy. Let's come back to the whole situation with VeryDarkMan and Bobrisky and EFCC. Ladies and gentlemen, a whole lot of things is happening. The Correctional Facility Administration in Nigeria, they have suspended a couple of officers, I think about 11 of them, and they have stated that they will suspend these folks while they investigate the allegations of that they kept this guy in. I refuse to call him a she. He is not a she. His name is Idris Okuneye, and this is not disrespect. Let's call a spade a spade. If you want to be sensitive about Mr. J referring to this man as a man, that is your business, but let's agree to disagree. How can you take somebody that has been sentenced by the court and put them in the room and ask them not to come out? But as things being the way they are, this man thinking that he is larger than life in Nigeria, he decided to snitch on himself. Because that audio, I see people complaining that, oh, you were recording this, recording that. There were audios that this man sent on different platforms that you can still withdraw them. But yes, if this guy was recording it, you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, you need to be careful who you call a friend. But we are happy that this is coming now. And like I said, this is not something that is happening only in Nigeria. In Cameroon, it is rampant. In Ghana, it is rampant. In Uganda, it is rampant. All over Africa, man. We have miscarriage of justices. Somebody might be sentenced to a crime just because they know somebody who knows somebody at the top. They don't, they don't serve any time for that age. But you see this case is definitely gonna expose a whole lot of things that have been happening with the EFCC. You guys remember the super cop that was in the cross line of, they are still trying to send this man to America to face the music with the whole hush puppy situation. This is 2.0 of that ish. But you see this guy, the mistake that he ever did was to send that voice message to that person, or message telling them that he was trying to blackmail them. Now, I want you to leave a comment before we end this vlog. Do you think that Idris Okuneye, aka Bobrisky, has messed up a whole lot of these people who helped him stay out of prison? Like the person, his godfather. We need to know the godfather's name. We need to know who authorized these guys to take him to the apartment that he said, the hotel or the apartment where he lived a very he's chilling. Like, you guys were thinking that this man was in jail, but he was somewhere. And that is why, of course, this man came out looking fresh, like, of course. And who knows how many of these people at the top visited this guy when he was in that apartment just to service their banal, their nasty fantasies. Leave a comment and let me know exactly what you think. That is my time, man. We will keep following this, and I hope that everybody is brought to book. And we need to know this guy at the top who called. And we need to know eventually these guys at the Correctional Facility Administration and the Penitentiary Administration in Nigeria. We need to know them. Some of these guys have been suspended. We need to know that, okay, is this person who actually said, no, take him to this hotel, take him to this apartment. That's my time. You stay blessed and you have a great, great day. Peace.